Okay, I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1, share. Currently, we can see that many countries around the world, they are looking for the world's hegemony, especially socialist countries. We can see China with One Belt One Road initiative. We can see it also trying to dominate Taiwan since many years. And we can also see Russia trying to dominate Ukraine as well. But still, the world's hegemony is on the West hands, with the United States and also many European countries. And this happens because of NATO, because it is the strongest, the principal, and the biggest military alliance that we have today. So by analyzing that, we can understand its relevance to keep and maintain the world's hegemony on the Western countries' hands. However, nowadays, we can see that this hegemony is on threat because Russia is almost achieving its goal to dominate Ukraine as a whole. China is taking over many countries' economies around the world. Everywhere we go, we can see a Chinese shop, and also they have this one of the strongest electric car companies of the world. So that's why it's essential for all the West countries, and especially the European Union countries, to drastically increase their spending on defense for NATO for avoid this loss of hegemony for socialist countries. Additionally, it is in the interest of every single country to boost their economy. So the European Union countries have the chance to do so because despite the military bloc, the NATO is an economic bloc at some point because communication, transportation, and also weapons are extremely related to trade and to investments. They need that for a well work of this bloc because it also obviously is a bloc. So they have the countries that compose this organization. They have this web of interactions with each other by investing in other countries to promote this web of this communication and these transports. So if they drastically increase their deficit spending for NATO, they will lose money. Okay, but they will have this cash back just because NATO is also related to money. They have its investments, a wide web of trade and investments in each other country. So they will have these benefits in our side. Besides, it's important to understand here the reasons behind this motion. All these questions arose with Donald Trump when he was pressuring the European countries to increase their investments for NATO, just because it was a lack of investments by them, because they were not investing enough on this organization, so Donald Trump was pressuring them. So by that fact, we can state that only in our side of the house we can boost these investments and also establish some advantages like I just explained in my framing right now. And also, it's important to establish who are our stakeholders. Obviously, our stakeholders, they are the European Union member states. So like I just said in the topic before, the reason behind this motion, only in our case, in our side of the house, we have these advantages for European Union countries because there was a lack of investments. The European countries were not investing enough to NATO. Okay, so we can move on to our first case. Our first case is related to if the European Union member states drastically increase their deficit spending for NATO, they can become more globally relevant. And this happens because if you're investing too much, spending too much time, too much money in such organization, it reveals that you're extremely committed with that organization. It's like a sign that you're choosing a side, so the other countries will see that you're really committed, that you're reliable because you're extremely investing in these organizations. In this organization such as NATO. Because NATO is the biggest one, so the countries will see, oh, he is investing in the biggest organization, the most relevant organization. And he is spending too much money because if he's doing that, it's because he has some purpose there and he will never quit so easily from that organization. So by doing that, other countries that has already been investing in your country, they can enhance and increase their investments in your country because they will see you're committed with that organization by increasing your investments on NATO. So by doing that, some countries that were not extremely related with United States, they can increase their investment because they could increase their investments and increase their relevance because the United States will see, like I just said in the example of the lack of investments, they will see, oh, we have a lack of investments, but he is still committed with our organization, with our purpose to the world's hegemony. So the United States, for example, they will see our country is extremely committed. And why? And he can increase their investment, he can narrow relationships with our countries because we already demonstrated that we are committed with that organization. And why it's so relevant? It's also relevant for small countries on Europe that compose the European Union, such as Croatia and Greece, because they are not so relevant and they can gain their relevance even though they are spending too much money, like I just explained. Okay, so our second case is about if the European Union member states drastically increase their deficit spending for NATO, they can help other countries and avoid the socialist countries to take the hegemony. So they can hold the hegemony in the West countries' hands and avoid socialist countries and also protect some allied countries. For example, if I am poor and suddenly I became a millionaire, if this happens, I can help my family some 1,000 times more, and this is something that probably I would never be able to do before. So I can help more people when I became a billionaire. And it's the same thing that happens with NATO. If we increase investments, if all the countries are increasing their investments, NATO will become bigger, bigger, and bigger. And as a result, obviously, it will become more powerful, so it can help more countries. And it's extremely relevant because the Western countries can establish and maintain their interests, their capitalist interests, to avoid socialist expansion, and also they keep some countries in their control because they are relevant, such Taiwan and also Vietnam. The United States and also Europe rely on them to produce more products cheaper, and also their companies to produce cheaper and have more profits. So that's the relevance. That's it. I end my speech. Thank you very much.